And now, live on Adobe Radio, The Brett Davern Show.
Just sitting here, making sure people can hear us. Yeah. Just sitting here, futzing around with the iPad. Do you think YouTube's going to be able to tell the difference between futzing around and in around? Probably not.
I'm going to say no.
I don't think so. Well, great. This episode's already been banned. We're off to a flying start, Katie.
I'm pretty excited for us. Oh boy. It's the Brett Davern Show. Brought to you by Adobe Radio.
Brought to you by Brett and Katie.
That's right. Nice Guy Digital. We broadcast on Adobe Radio.
Sometimes.
And record live in beautiful North Hollywood, California. On today's episode, we've got mail. Also, our guest today is America's Got Talent winner, Bianca Ryan.
The first ever winner.
Kind of amazing.
I know.
Now let's get to the guy who's graduated high school 3 times.
That's me.
Your new best friend.
Yeah.
Brett Davern!
Listen up, everybody. This is our show. Thank you for telling your friends and family about our little program and engaging with us on social media. If you like to shout out a friend or shout at us or with us, you can call the show toll free 1-888-99-IDOBE. The email for the show is bdsfans@idobe.com, or if you want to join the conversation, you can just text us. Put that address, bdsfans@idobe.com, into iMessage, where you usually enter a phone number, compose your text, and press send. And it ends up on this iPad in front of me. Once again, that address is bdsfans@idobi.com. Look at someone from the 816. Ashley from the 816 just texted in as I was telling people to text in, and she said, "Have a great show, guys!"
Aww.
Exclamation point.
Thanks, Ashley.
Well, thank you very much, Ashley. And I hope that you have a fantastic day. All right, lots of show to get to today. Oh, I got to raise my chair up. I'm pretty short on the YouTube. There you go. Let's go around the room and say hello to everybody. Hello, soon-to-be-named Megan.
Hello, Brett.
Hello, Matt Adocious.
Hi, Brett.
And Katie LeClaire.
Today is National Make Up Your Own Holiday Day.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's Brett Davern Day! Oh, everybody out there celebrating Brett Davern Day.
Happy Brett Davern Day, everybody.
Happy Brett Davern Day, everybody. People, you say that around the office and stuff, and people are like, who?
That would be people telling their friends.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's Brett Davern Day, people. Start celebrating. What? How do you celebrate Brett Davern Day, Katie?
I download every podcast and then just listen to them on double time for a full 24 hours.
Oh, see, you're celebrating Brett Davern Day by celebrating the Brett Davern Show. See, what I do to celebrate Brett Davern Day.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I wake up, light a few candles on the shrine.
The Shrine of Davern?
The Shrine of Davern that's in my bedroom. That's right. Yes.
I like the idea that there is a Shrine of Davern.
That's right. Today, if you're listening live, prove that you are listening live by sending in an emoji of a blonde guy. Because it's Brett Davern Day. Sorry about the technical difficulties this morning, everybody, being a little late coming on the air. But if you're a fan of this show, if you've been with us for a while, technical difficulties are kind of what we do.
We don't do them well, but we do them often.
When it's our fault, we own up to it. But when it's not our fault, I'm going to tell you right now, today was not our fault. Let's play some music, Katie. This is Good Thing by Real Big Fish. Happy Brett Davern Day, everybody! Thank you for watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast version of The Brett Davern Show. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now, instead of this message and whatever song this is. Sometimes the rules just won't let us play real music on YouTube or the podcast. It's not a big deal. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a second.
You're listening to The Brett Davern Show with that other guy from that one show on MTV. Yeah, you know, Brett Davern on Adobe Radio.
Captain, incoming message.
Dear Katie, Brett, Boy Wonder, soon to be Negan, Madadocious, and the Adobe team.
Soon to be Megan?
Named Megan. And the Madadocious and the Adobe team. Thank you so much for my goodies. I was thrilled to receive them when I got back from a trip. It was my pleasure to donate to such a great cause. Sincerely, Veronica. This is a paper actual letter. This is very exciting. Thanks, Veronica. You sent an actual letter. You can send, if you want to send an actual letter, to Adobe Studios. Should I say the address right now?
No.
Oh.
If they're real fans, they can figure out the address.
All right.
Yeah.
Veronica's a real fan.
See, here's the thing. When you participate in the show and when we send out goodies, stickers, hats, prizes, if we send you residual roulette money, we put the return address on the envelope.
We do.
So you see what I'm saying?
Oh,
so if you're a real fan and
you'll
you
know it
participate
anyway.
and you get the goodies and you get the whatever, you already got the address. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We don't want to be giving the address out there to any randoms who are going to send back farts in the mail.
No farts.
Do not mail farts, people.
Rude.
Funny, but rude.
Do you have something?
We just start getting coffee cans here at Adobe full of people's farts. Just people cracking open Folgers cans.
What's with the people who you could buy air? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Those are called dumb people.
You can go on eBay and buy air that was captured at a Kanye West concert.
No, that's not true.
You can.
I know, but that's not air from a Kanye West concert. Those are people's farts.
How do you have experience with sending farts in the mail, Brett?
Let's read some more fan mail.
All right.
Oh, I get my own song for this one.
You've got mail.
Well, this one takes a little bit of explaining. Basically, Amanda from the Great White North, Canada, sent an email to the show. She just says, "Happy Thursday. My name's Amanda. Just wanted to send a message saying thank you to the entire Brett Davern team. I love the podcast. And as a fourth-year university student completing a double major, life can get very stressful, and listening to the podcast and watching the episodes on YouTube is my favorite way to unwind and de-stress. Can't wait to see how far this podcast goes. It's something really special. Have a great remainder of your week, Amanda."
Thanks, Amanda.
Yeah, that was very nice to receive the email. I love getting all the emails. Katie and I really do read all of them. You know, usually behind the scenes around here, we have our minions doing everything. But the emails, we love reading and responding personally. And so it was very nice to get that email from Amanda. And I replied to her and just said, like, thanks. And what did I say? I just said, like, thank you, and we appreciate the support. And then I said, I got a question, though, like, how specifically do you consume the show? And also, have you recommended it to a friend? And also, what are your favorite parts of it? Because I want to talk to the people and engage with them, because if there's a certain part of the show that they like better than the other,
we want to do that.
Yeah, we'll lean into it a little more. Or if there's something that they're not into, we don't have to do that as much or whatever. And so I won't read her full response, but she responded with, like, I like the best thing Katie's seen so far today, and I like the silly, kind of the is a hot dog a sandwich conversations and things like that. So it was nice to not only get email in the first place, but to be able to reply to the email and then have a little bit of a back and forth going. I like that. And I'm telling you guys, if I got to build this thing brick by brick, if we have to build this thing
click by click.
Ooh. That's why she gets paid the big bucks. If we have to build this thing listener by listener, I will do it. Just send us email and I don't think people take me seriously when I say I want to build a family. I want to build a little community out there where we just all support each other and we all just have fun every morning and we can, you know, respond to each other and converse and have conversations and ideas and whatever.
Support each other and...
Yeah, as long as you guys all leave me in command.
Oh, boy.
Well, I don't want any mutinies on this ship, so I'll try to be a good captain.
Especially on Brett Davern Day.
No, definitely not on Brett Davern Day. Wait, if you... Okay, so going back to that for a second. It's National Make Up Your Own Holiday Day?
Yeah.
Which just means the person who does this on the internet got lazy.
I feel like it's not one person.
I would love it if it was just one person sitting around.
How much a year do you get paid to do that?
Nothing. It's a thankless job. But here's the thing,
Until
Katie.
now. What?
Forgetting Brett Davern Day for a second, which nobody should, but just forgetting that for a second. What would you make the national holiday today if you could be the decider?
Sticker Day. National Sticker Day. So find a sticker and then give it to someone or...
Stickers are, I feel like, a little... they're going the way of the dodo a little bit. I feel like when I was a kid, everywhere I went had stickers. Every business, every dentist's office, everything had stickers. Everywhere you went. Hey, kid, you want a sticker? Now there's no stickers. Do you remember the puffy stickers?
Oh, they still have those. My
Could we
favorite...
order puffy stickers for the Brett Davern show?
Ooh, that's getting fancy.
I'll have to check the price on that. This show's getting quite expensive.
If I, a few years ago, this was a little bit more frequent, but if I get fan mail in the mail, people like send it to your manager gets it to you, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I would always respond with, the photo and signature that they requested.
Sure.
But then I would go to, the dollar store or Target clearance or whatever and buy all the stickers.
Yeah.
Like there's a T-Rex and then there's a Easter bunny and then there's a star that glitters. And I would just it looks like the outside of the envelope has just been vomited stickers.
Oh, that's nice of you.
And I thought it was the funniest thing.
I think that's nice. I love talking to it's weird to call them fans, but there's no better word for it, I guess. Like the people who reach out.
You.
I love that.
Yeah, it's great.
I really do like
that
it.
kind of engagement is. The thing is, I think it's a win-win. That's why I enjoy it so much.
I find that
we get something out of it.
Yeah, but also it's just nice to talk with someone.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they're a fan of yours or not. It's just always nice to make a new friend or acquaintance, people on Twitter are always going it's so nice that you actually talk back to people who talk to you. It's and I'm always thinking well, who doesn't? Why don't they? Look, some people, Kim Kardashian, I understand she doesn't have time to respond to 20 million Twitter followers. But
what I'm trying to say is it goes beyond the engagement on social media or the quote unquote fan engagement. You're a person who calls to order a pizza.
Yeah.
You don't use the app or the website. You actually make a phone call.
Totally.
Which I think is incredibly rare.
I don't know, man. What's weird is I watch all these documentaries and TV shows and whatever, right? And they're always talking about how, no one talks to each other anymore and everything's just done through texting and you're talking about, and everything's done through an app and everyone's just isolating themselves. And all these documentaries and TV shows are saying this isn't a good thing and everyone's warning against it and all this stuff. But if everyone's warning against it, but everyone's doing it, then what, who are the people that aren't doing it? You know what I mean?
You're the only one.
Yeah. Well, because, I even, you talk to people even on Twitter who are just oh, it's so nice of you to, hit me back or whatever. It's yeah, who's not? And then, I don't know. Where are we headed if we're not all talking to each other? I find, that's why people cut each other off on the freeway,
Why? I don't understand the connection.
Well, because they're just, so isolated anyway that they're just this person doesn't mean anything. I'm never going to have to talk to this person, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Quick story, then we'll go to break.
Okay.
Maybe this has something to do with it. Yesterday, went out to eat. My brother's in town, impromptu visit. Went out to eat, and it was more like a dinner time thing, but the place we were at like had these like biscuits. They were really good. Mm-hmm. And so he was like, hey.
Like biscuits? Like
yeah, like
flaky,
biscuits.
okay.
Yeah. Like country style biscuits, you know? And so my brother was like, ooh, these are really good. They got kind of a sweet thing going on. He's like, you know what would be good on this? Like some jam or some honey or something. So he just asked the server, he's like, hey, do you guys have any jam? And they were like, what flavor? He's like, anything, whatever you got. Raspberry, grape, strawberry, like whatever you got, right? And they're like, oh, I don't know if we do. Because it's not, the place probably doesn't have breakfast. So they were like, maybe not. So they left. Then the same person, the same server that came back, dropped some stuff off, didn't mention the jam. We were like, oh, that's weird. They didn't say if they had it or not, right? Then they were like walking past the table. We're like, hey, excuse me, like, did you have the, and my brother starts to go like, don't worry about it, right? And I go, no, like, you asked, like, let's follow through. And the person's standing there, so it's that awkward thing where he's going like, no, don't worry about it. And I'm like, no, hold on. And then I'm like, no, what was the thing you were asking for? What? Because I really couldn't remember what it was. And then he's like, no, don't worry about it. And the server's standing there like dumbfounded. And then my brother like sheepishly is like, you know, the jam. And then the server's like, oh yeah, I checked, we don't have any. And then like walked away.
But they didn't mention it on their own.
Wait a second, like, you didn't bring it back up when you came back the first time. Then when we stopped you, and then I was having trouble remembering what we asked for in the first place, you didn't just pipe up and say like, oh, the jam? Yeah, we don't have any. You like made us go through this whole song and dance, then told us you didn't have the jam. And what I'm asking is, because we just text each other and use apps all the time, is that the reason that person doesn't know how to converse with another human being? On some sort of anecdotal level. I realize that's just one person, but I'm just saying. No,
I see the bigger picture you're trying to paint, though.
Is that what's going on? Like, people don't understand, like, social niceties anymore because we're just so used to, like, not having to deal with it.
Ignoring the text.
I don't know. Or maybe that person is just not smart. I don't know.
Did it affect your tipping, your ability to tip that waiter?
Nah, I always just go 20%, unless they go above and beyond.
Right.
I don't know. I was a server once. I get it. Whatever. Maybe the person was just having a busy day. I'm just saying, it's weird that you don't mention the jam, then you walk away. Then even when we call you back over and go, didn't we ask for the
you should know.
You know, yeah.
They should know.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, whatever. Maybe they were just busy. All right. Song number 2. Everything's Magic, Angels and Airwaves, and then we'll come back, hopefully, with Bianca Ryan. She's not in the lobby yet, and hopefully she's, safe somewhere.
She's just stuck in traffic.
I get very worried about them, Katie. I'm a dad.
Thank you for watching on YouTube or for listening to the podcast version of our show. We love you. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now instead of this message. Sometimes rules don't allow us to play that kind of stuff on YouTube or on the podcast. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a few seconds.
With all things Brett Davern Show on Twitter. At Brett Davern Show, IW Radio.
Bianca, if you're out there listening to the radio, get to the station safely.
Don't stress.
Maybe alarms didn't go. Me? I'm not stressed.
No, I was talking to Bianca.
Oh, yeah.
Don't stress. Take your time. It's all right.
Yeah, totally.
Just come in when you can come in, and
maybe your alarm didn't go off.
That happened to RJ Mitty.
Yeah. It's happened to me before.
What do you do when you're late?
Me? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm a professional race car driver, so I race to wherever I'm going.
That's a terrible idea and an awful advice.
Not if you're a professional race car driver. Yeah,
but here's the thing. Nobody else on the road is.
I know, but I am, and that's lucky for all of them. You know, like on a daily basis here, like I don't think people listening from around the country and around the world, I don't think understand how crazy the drivers are in LA.
We saw Crazy Driver today.
We see Crazy Driver every morning, Katie.
Well, you're right. But...
The drivers here are insane. And on a daily basis, when I'm driving my car, especially on the freeway, something will happen in front of me or behind me or next to me or wherever.
Something happens.
Something will start to happen, and I will counter whatever is happening because I'm the best driver you've ever seen in your life. And then I say out loud in the car, I go, "You're welcome." I do. I'm like, "You're lucky I'm such a good driver. Otherwise, we'd all be dead right now."
Right.
Like, I see, and you're a good driver too. Like, when you're a good driver, you see things happening 3 moves before they happen. You're watching the car 4 cars ahead of you because you're like, this guy's going to do something crazy. Mm-hmm. And then you're able to help everybody out around you. And I'm just out loud in the car all the time going like, "You're welcome, everybody. I saved all of your lives."
Everyone thinks they're a good driver, though. Bad drivers think they're good drivers.
Yeah.
They do.
Well, no, there's plenty of people that I talk to that go like, "I'm a bad driver and I don't care. I hit things all the time." You talk to people like that, especially in LA. They drink Frappuccinos and wear Ugg boots. You know who I'm talking about.
Well, yes, fine. Statistically, I've read statistics.
Come on, you've never been in that situation where you're walking towards someone's car and they're like, the whole time they're walking up to it, they're like, "I got a bunch of dents on my car. I hit things all the time. I don't care, whatever." There's people like that.
Yeah.
I backed into a pole the other day. I don't know. It just was there. And they like go, "My buddy, I got a buddy, well, I don't want to say his name, but I got a buddy who's just like the world's worst driver, and he knows it. He knows he's bad. Oh, he knows he's bad. Yeah. Yeah.
This just makes me want to guess people, but then I'm just going to like not say the right person, and then whoever that friend is that's listening is going to go like, "Wait, what the heck?"
Oh, he knows he's bad. I think what you're saying is that like aggressive drivers think they're good drivers.
What I'm saying is I hesitate to say that I am a good driver because everyone thinks that they are, and no one actually is.
Oh no, I'm a good driver, like really good.
Well,
really
yeah, you've won the Long Beach Grand Prix.
It's a good thing it's not called the Long Beach Grand Prix. But if
Would
there
you
was
have won
that, I
as
would have
well?
won that too. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There's statistics out there though that like measure a person's driving performance on a track with like stats and checklists, and then they ask this person before they drive, "Are you a good driver?"
Right.
And then they measure whether or not they actually are, and like 70% of people don't pass the test, but they say that they're a good driver.
Right. Right. No, yes, of course, I believe that. I see what you're saying.
Because very few people have the self-awareness to admit that they are a bad driver.
Sure. But what's funny is like even the people I'm talking about who are like, "Hey, I know I'm a bad driver," they still drive. So it doesn't stop them from driving.
Right.
I got into this on Sam's show, actually.
You did.
I'm the guest on Sam's show on Thursday, but we recorded it on Saturday, yeah. And we got into driving. We were talking about driving, and we started talking about this very thing, actually.
So if you're late, you speed?
No. I'm never late. I'm rarely late.
This whole segment started with, "I've been late."
I said my alarm didn't go off. I never said I was late.
Because you speed and you get there on time.
Oh, because I skip the shower. Or because I just wake up and throw on whatever's on the floor and then just run out the house.
Right.
Like there's just, because I'd rather be on time than late every time.
Yes, of course.
I'm not gonna wake up late, then also take a shower, then also, press the button on my revolving closet and wait for the right outfit to come around. Like, what's that movie?
You have a revolving closet?
What's that movie? Come on, guys. What's that movie? It's a movie. A girl wakes up. I think it's a girl. She wakes up. She like types in whatever outfit she wants on the computer, and then the closet revolves, and then like gives her outfit. Clueless? Yeah. Is that Clueless? Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't do that when I'm late.
With Congresswoman Stacey Dash.
What? She didn't win, did she?
She's running.
Okay, but let's not call her Congresswoman yet, because she didn't win. Also, she's a crazy person.
I worked with her.
I don't care if you worked with her or not.
And you're
she's
right.
crazy.
I'm confirming.
All right.
Let's play some music.
I hope you're listening, Stacey. By the way, if you want to come on the show and have a chat, you're more than welcome to come on the show, but she's crazy. I've heard her on other things. She's a bit of a crazy person.
That set had a bunch of crazy people on it.
Why? You know what, though?
Tell me.
Of course she's running for something. Crazy people are the ones that run for something. For the most part.
Yeah.
You know? Like, there's not that many level-headed people out there that are like, you know what I want to do? I want to throw my hat into all this craziness.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's people who think they can make a difference. Let's play music. This is dangerous territory.
I think it starts out... No, it's not. Why is it dangerous? I think it starts out as people that won't... Well, look, no. Here's the thing. Even if you're crazy, you're still going, I think I can make a difference.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's people who think they can make a difference.
Right. Anyway.
Maybe Bianca Ryan should run for
Ooh.
something.
If she ran for something and then won it, I would want it to be announced by Regis.
I would too.
Like it was when she won America's Got Talent.
Yep.
She won America's Got Talent in 2006, the very first season, and it was announced by Regis Philbin.
Yep.
Bianca! Bianca, you're one of the cutest little kids I've ever seen. And you're the winner, Bianca!
Here's $1 million.
Here's $1 million. I'm Regis. I sold Regis a pair of chinos. Actually, I don't even think they were chinos. They were just khakis. Sold
At the
them
Gap?
two or three pairs of khakis. I'll tell you the story after the break. This is a random episode. This is Good Life by One Republic. I also sold pants to Chris Rock,
Oh, wow.
Jennifer Grey,
Well,
Paul Simon. Thank you for watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast version of The Brett Davern Show. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now, instead of this message and whatever song this is. Sometimes the rules just won't let us play real music on YouTube or the podcast. It's not a big deal. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a second.
You're listening to The Brett Davern Show, featuring Katie LeClaire on IW Radio.
Okay, let's see now who America voted for. Let's see for ourselves. And the winner of America's Got Talent and our $1 Million Act is... Bianca Ryan.
Wow.
she's so cute.
Wow.
She looks like she's about 12 years old.
That's amazing.
She won $1 million.
$1 million.
Yeah.
Man, 2006 was good times.
Right?
Game shows. Has anyone noticed this? Anyone out there listening notice this? Text me right now. Have you guys noticed that every game show out there is paying out less than they ever used to? Everything I watch. Top Chef is paying less. Everything out there is paying less.
That's interesting.
Top Chef used to give away, like, I don't even know how much money. And now they're like, they win, I think it's like $100,000. I mean, which, by the way, is a lot of money. It's not that that's not a lot of money. It's
but
just
it's
that
less than it used to be.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Interesting.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? They don't do that anymore. I mean, I think they only give away the million once, though. Or there's maybe like two winners or something. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, they don't do it as much anymore. They realize they don't have to. People will watch anyway. They don't have to make it that big.
America's Got Talent still gives out $1 million, though.
Is it? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I think you'll have to do some Googling over there.
I'll give it a googs.
Give it the old googs. What was I talking about before we went to break?
Pants.
Oh yeah, Regis. Oh yeah. Okay, when I lived in New York, I worked at the Gap at Lincoln Center. It's like 66th Street, 65th, 66th, 67th Street, something like that, and Broadway. It's still $1 million.
Still $1 million.
It says it's still $1 million?
And they get like a show in Vegas. Because Matt Franco won maybe 2 years ago.
Who?
He's a magician. He was a good magician. Anyway, I saw his show in
Wait,
Vegas.
but it says still
At
$1
the
million,
link.
not originally $1 million. It says still $1 million.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so the Gap in Lincoln Center.
Maybe I'd just talk about Top Chef. That's pretty much all I watch. I've just noticed that their total's gone down. That's all. So anyway, working at Lincoln Center at the Gap, and I got to meet a lot of celebrities doing that, or like help out a lot of celebrities find pants or underwear. Are you listening, Juliana Margulies? Mm-hmm. That's right. And it was a lot of fun. And one day I was working there. It was the only exciting thing that ever happened there is when a celebrity would come in. And I was working there, and Regis himself walked in because they actually, their studio, Regis and Kathy Lee, Regis and Kelly and whoever she hasn't fired yet this week, their studio is right behind Lincoln Center. It's like right there. And so he came in to the Gap, and he was with his wife, Joy. And this was like 2004, 2003, maybe 2003. And he came in, and nobody wanted to go over and help him out, like employee-wise, because
Why?
they were all scared of him.
Oh.
Because or not scared of him, but like,
Intimidated
yeah,
or
nervous,
nervous,
whatever.
yeah.
And I was like, I'll go help Regis find whatever he's looking for. And so I just walked up and I just called him sir and like acted like I didn't know he was Regis. And I was just like, good afternoon, sir. Can I help you find something? And he's like, I'm looking for pants. And I was like, okay. Any particular kind? He's like, khakis. And then Joy was very sweet. She was like, honey, calm down. Like, just like really, like, it was funny. It was like helping any other married couple. It was really funny. She was just like, I was like, do you know your size? He's like, no. And she was like, he's this size, whatever. Like, she's basically Regis's translator, even though he was speaking English. And the whole thing, got some pants for him, followed him
to the dressing room.
Not into the fitting room, but into the like little hallway with all the doors, and like waited for him to try them on, and then got him other ones and whatever. And they ended up buying like 3 or 4 pairs of pants. And
wait, you like
it was a
stood
good time.
there? I've never had customer service like this at the Gap.
Yeah.
You like stood there. There's like a dressing room attendant, yes,
Yeah.
but you were not that person. You just like were personal shopping for Regis.
I was like the roving person. Yeah, I had nothing to do anyway except fold T-shirts, and that's boring. So yeah, I helped out Regis. I get that when I go to places. You don't get that? Like someone who will say like, hey,
so famous.
let me know if that works out and I'll get you something else.
Such a celebrity.
You don't get that?
Is every day Brett Davern Day?
Everywhere I go, it is.
It's amazing.
Nobody,
No wonder you're everyone's new best friend.
Nobody's texting me. I asked people to text me if they've noticed the game show prizes have gone down, but nobody's texting me. So I guess I'm on an island on that one. Maybe it's just Top Chef.
It might be.
Also,
I think those chef shows are hard to sustain. Like even if I think about Chopped, like back in the day, not the prize money, but just like the level of.
Well, Top Chef's budget has to be insane because they fly them all over the place. They used to fly them to like 6 or 7 different locations, and so I think their budget is huge. So maybe that cuts into the prize money a little bit. I don't know.
But it doesn't make sense that it would have gone down.
I don't know. I helped Juliana Margulies buy some underwear one time.
You said that.
Yeah. It was pretty funny. She came in, she goes into, because it was like a big store. So you had like Gap, Gap Kids, Gap Body.
Uh-huh.
And so she goes into Gap Body, picks out her things, and then she's going through the line, and I'm like, next. And she walks up, and I was like, ha, 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 ha. She's gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Long, curly, dark hair, piercing eyes. I was like, hi. I was like a huge fan of ER back in the day, too, you know? And this was, again, like 2003, something like that. So this is pre-Good Wife. Is post-ER, pre-Good Wife, maybe mid-Sopranos. She had a little arc on The Sopranos. Anyway, so I was like, hey, hi, what's up? Hi. Oh, and then you have to like, hold whatever they're buying
Poor
and
Julia
scan it.
Margulies.
And I was like,
poor lady.
this kind of weird thing. And then, well, hold on. So then I rang her up, right?
Uh-huh.
And then against protocol, you're not supposed to like ask for autographs or.
Of course.
And nobody had cell phones with cameras back then, so you couldn't ask for a selfie. That was out of the picture. But you weren't supposed to ask for an autograph. But I didn't care. It's not like I was going to make a career out of the Gap anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I just pull up a little bit of blank receipt tape. I was like, and I just real quiet, don't want to cause a scene, you know. But I was just like, I'm a huge fan, and like if I could just grab an autograph real quick, it would mean a lot. I'd really appreciate it, or whatever, right? I don't know. I stammered out something, and she was like, "Oh, aren't you nice?" or whatever, and she just like wrote, I don't know what she wrote. Like,
Did she write your name? Should she personalize it?
I don't think so. I have them all. I'll find them all. And she like wrote and then signed it and then slid it back, and she was very sweet about it, like very smiled and was very nice about it, and then left. Same thing with Jennifer Grey, Dirty Dancing. If you don't know who she is,
I knew
nobody
who
puts
she was.
Jennifer Grey in a corner.
That's right.
Paul Simon.
I would.
Al Franken.
What?
I know. Al Franken came in when he was just he was a comedian, because again, like 2002, something like that. And he came in, and
The year has gotten progressively less, by the way.
I helped Al Franken.
You've now worked at the Gap for 4 years.
I worked there for a year and a half. I helped Al Franken find some pants, and then asked for his autograph, and he wrote "Thanks for the pants." Al Franken, which is funny. Who else? There's more that I'm forgetting, actually. But anyway, I have all of their autographs on blank Gap receipt tape. So
That's
on one
funny.
side of the tape says Juliana Margulies, and on the other side is the return policy. Oh, but then here's the thing. So then the first movie I ever booked that I ever got was this small indie film called Beautiful Ohio. It's out everywhere. People can go find it. I'm the lead of the movie, and William Hurt plays my father, and Rita Wilson plays my mother, and Michelle Trachtenberg plays the girl next door. I think she lived next door. I can't remember. Anyway, and Juliana Margulies plays the other next door neighbor. And so we're working together on set, acting in scenes and everything, and hanging out and whatever. And we hung out. She was maybe on set for like a week or so. The movie only shot for maybe like 4 weeks. So she was there for like 2 weeks, 2 of the 4 weeks. So after about a week had gone by, I finally got up the courage, just like hanging out between takes one time. And I was just like, hey, Juliana, I have something to admit to you. I was like, about a year ago, you came to the Gap. I rang you up, asked for your autograph. And she pretended to remember me, but I don't think she did. But anyway, she was nice about it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I made it creepy though, because I was like, "How'd the underwear turn around?"
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was just young and
we should get her back on
stupid.
the show, and we should ask her her preference.
I already know. I could answer for her.
Oh, God. Let's.
No, I didn't say how the underwear work out. But anyway. The crazy thing about shooting in New York like that is that the van would come pick you up in the morning because no one has cars in New York. Mm-hmm. So the transportation guys or gals will come pick you up in a big white van and take you to work every day. Or at least
nice.
That's what they did for us. But what's interesting about that is that nobody in New York has cars. And Juliana, I don't remember.
You've only said it 17 times.
It's Juliana Margulies on like all the award shows and stuff, but I'm pretty sure I just called her Juliana. Maybe I called her the wrong name the whole time. Oh no! Anyway, she lived in New York as well, and everyone was staying in Manhattan. And so every morning the van would go to every person's house and pick them up on the way to work. So it was kind of fun. It was like then everyone would carpool on the way and chat.
Did they alternate who got picked up first? Or was the first person always the first
I always
person?
got picked up first.
Because you were further out, or because you were the
Yeah,
kid?
it kind of did go in order, but I think also I was like low man on the totem pole, so like, we'll make the kid wake up early.
Yeah.
But I think I was also the furthest one uptown, so it actually did make sense. Yeah. Anyway. Juliana Margulies. We should get her in here.
Sure. I'll work
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah, she's got great stories. Actually, hold on.
Go ahead.
We got to end the show? All
No,
right,
you
we'll
got
end it in
one
a
more
second.
story.
No, I was just going to say that actually I remember that she had just finished shooting a film when we were doing Beautiful Ohio. and we're all sitting around. It was a low budget movie, and there were no trailers. Nobody had their trailers to retreat to. You had to just kind of hang out on set. We were shooting in this house. They fixed up one of the rooms of the house for like we could hang out in or whatever. So everyone would just hang out constantly. And I remember she was like, just kind of talking to, aloud or to anyone who would listen. Like, and she was like, I just did this movie. It's going to be terrible. She was like, I don't know what this thing even is. And it's like crazy. And, she was like, I had a good time shooting it and the people working on it were great, but like, I just don't know what this style is and what it is and all this stuff. And she's kind of going on and on about it. And I shot it in Vancouver and this whole thing. And everyone's like, what's it called? She's like, I think they're calling it Snakes on a Plane, but it's a terrible title. Like she just, yeah.
It's a great movie.
Yeah. Well, it obviously, it became like a cult thing, but it was funny to listen to her talk about her next movie when no one knew what it was. And then a couple months later, it was like, oh, it's that phenomenon. Yeah.
That's fun.
This one time, another story. Another story on National Brett Day. This one time, I was backstage at an award show in Germany, and I came around a corner and I saw Taylor Swift. Are you seriously going to do that?
We don't have time. Not anymore. Not for that story.
I have the greatest Taylor Swift story.
Brett. I'm not losing my skin. I'm not losing my job because you can't keep your mouth shut about your freaking Taylor Swift story.
How are we going to lose the job over
Brett,
that story?
You're not telling the story.
She was very nervous to perform,
don't care.
and
I don't care that it's National Brett Davern Day. I am the boss of this ship, and you're not telling that story.
She was very tense.
Please end the show.
Jeremiah, I'm trying, buddy. He texted in today. He said today should be National Brett Tells the Taylor Swift Story Day. I'm trying, Jeremiah. I'm trying. Taylor, if you're listening,
Brett,
what we had was special. That's a wrap, everybody. Just one detail?
No.
Right.
Well, fine, if you want to. Oh, look who's chicken. Look who backed off that real quick.
Well, it's just that it takes time to tell that story.
Well, we don't have it.
Say goodbye, producer Katie. I'm skipping most of what I always say.
Bye, Brett.
Say goodbye, everybody else.
Bye.
Hey, everyone, there's another Nice Guy Digital show on later today. Make sure you support it. 6 p.m. Eastern, Pruner TV. That's 3 p.m. on the Best Coast. Tune into iDoby Radio. Just go to iDoby.com, click on the Listen Now button, and then click iDoby Radio. And listen to Aaron Pruner talk about TV. It's a fun show. And I know that you guys support us, and you support everything that we do. So be cool and check him out. Once again, for producer Katie and Boy Wonder, who is homesick, and soon to be named Megan and Matt Adocious, I'm Brett, and I'm reminding all of you to be kind and Taylor Swift each other.
Oh.
We'll see you tomorrow. That was our show. Good night, all you mother-in snakes.
That's it for the Brett Davern Show today. But don't worry, they'll be back tomorrow on iDoby Radio Live, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific.